always from the heart of the city. And now on demand 24/7 on the CHFI website. This is the soundtrack to a few more earthly thoughts. And I'm Don Jackson, around the world on the internet. Robinson Jeffers wrote, "It is only a little planet, but how beautiful it is." This hour, more of a celebration of the earth with lovers and other strangers from iTunes and CHFI.com. The Beatles and Blackbird, Sting in Fields of Gold, and John Denver with Annie's Song. And I'm Don Jackson with lovers and other strangers from iTunes and CHFI.com. Yesterday was Earth Day, and now that it's past, what's next? The message is uppermost in our minds for the one day that the world is focused on the subject of the environment and global climate change. But a day later, Yuri Glasgow wrote, "Nature has been limitlessly kind to us, having helped humankind appear, stand up, and grow stronger. She has generously given us everything she has amassed over the billions of years of inanimate development. We have grown strong and powerful. Yet how have we answered this goodness?" Some earthly thoughts this hour with lovers and other strangers from iTunes and CHFI.com. Rob Thomas, Ever the Same, Michael Murphy with Wildfire, and Eric Clapton, To Change the World. And I'm Don Jackson with lovers and other strangers from iTunes and CHFI.com. Vincent van Gogh wrote, "Some furrows in a plowed field, a bit of sand, sea and sky, are serious subjects, so difficult but at the same time so beautiful, that it is indeed worthwhile to devote one's life to expressing the poetry hidden in them." Henry David Thoreau wrote, "The earth is not a mere fragment of dead history, strata upon strata, like the leaves of a book, an object for a museum and an antiquarian, but living poetry like the leaves of a tree, not a fossil earth, but a living specimen." And again this, from the artist Vincent van Gogh, "If one really loves nature, one can find beauty everywhere." Lovers and other strangers from iTunes and CHFI.com. Leanne Womack and I Hope You Dance, and Lone Star and I'm Already There. I'm Don Jackson with lovers and other strangers from iTunes and CHFI.com. Some time back, I saw the award-winning documentary An Inconvenient Truth, narrated by former U.S. Vice President Al Gore. I remember when he was in Toronto speaking before a sold-out audience. Tickets were almost as hard to come by and as expensive as platinum playoff hockey tickets. There are always two sides to any discussion where the environment and global warming are concerned. But he presented a very compelling argument for those who believe that humankind has accelerated the natural progression of climate change. Barbara Ward wrote, "We all understand that the life systems of this planet are interrelated, that our human future depends on the well-being of the rainforest and the salt marsh. We know that human activity in the production of goods and services can damage and destroy the environment on which we and our children depend. We know all these intellectually, and we fear together the misuse of the power we have now at our collective fingertips through our amazing technology." The words of Barbara Ward. Lovers and Author Strangers from iTunes and chfi.com. Ryan Dan, Is Love Enough, and the Bare Naked Ladies, and Lovers in a Dangerous Time. I'm Don Jackson. With Lovers and Author Strangers from iTunes and chfi.com. Some of the quotes and excerpts this hour from Best of Nature Quotations, published by Exley Gift Books. Charles Lynn Bragg wrote, "Evolution has shown us that nothing ever stays the same. Continents drift across oceans, jungles turn into deserts, and dinosaurs make way for silky anteaters. And where the wind and the sun once dictated the course of evolution, the near future of this planet resides in the mind and action of man. The balancing of and the struggle between greed, compassion, fear, and intelligence will now determine the destiny of all life on Earth." The words of Charles Lynn Bragg. Lovers and Author Strangers from iTunes and chfi.com. Superman. And a medley of two over the rainbow, and what a wonderful world. I'm Don Jackson with Lovers and Author Strangers from iTunes and chfi.com. There is a photograph that always makes me catch my breath. Lewis Thomas in The Medusa and the Snail describes it so well, and I quote, "Photographed from the moon, the Earth seems to be a kind of organism. It is plainly in the process of developing like an enormous embryo. It is, for all its stupendous size and the numberless units of its life forms, coherent. Every tissue is linked for its viability to every other tissue." Unquote. From the vantage point of space, looking back at this little blue-green planet in the infinite darkness of the universe around it, you realize this is all we have. It's worth a few more thoughts beyond Earth Day itself. Remember what Robinson Jeffers wrote, "It is only a little planet, but how beautiful it is." Good night, sweet dreams. I'm Don Jackson.